Okay, that's really, really weird. Door's still locked, and I cannot have. Let's try this. I want to see what's down here. Maybe. I'll have to take it.
Don't cause any more trouble for Dantooine. We've had enough of it for a lifetime.
Okay, I'm trying to I guess I'm gonna let you place so many. That's fine. This was a pretty self-explanatory. Bring that there, cover that, and then we're covering here. But I'm also here. As far as the flow of battle goes, should be.
So, I hope you've enjoyed your purchase. I'm not a Jedi, so I couldn't say for certain, but I had a suspicion. But that doesn't matter. All sales are final, I'm afraid. You should take the matter up with the militia. They will say the same. Salvagers have been selling outsiders precious artifacts for a long time. Do not make this worse than it has to be. There's nothing more I want to discuss. Take the matter up with Zeron, head of the militia. But you will not like what you hear.
Jaren knew the risks. He wouldn't do anything different if he was in our situation.
So,
I don't suppose you found any of those atmospheric sensors?
Atmospheric sensor. Okay.
That's great news. My offer still stands. I'll pay you 3,000 credits for all of them. Thanks for your help on this. Here are the credits, as promised. I'll get this to Zeron when I get back to Kunda.
I don't suppose you're here to hire us. It's been...
Yeah, I know.
What if we do? They're practically begging to be pushed around. You've seen them, right? They're weak. You sound like a flaming Jedi. I didn't just mean their weapons. I meant their character. They're very quick to blame everyone but themselves for their problems. So the galaxy has dealt them a bad hand. They should ante up and get back in the game. The administrator is different. Most of us are veterans of the Jedi Civil War. Some even fought in the Mandalorian Wars. A lot of soldiers have been looking for a place in the galaxy. The really skilled usually wind up here. A sentient by the name of Azkul. He was an elite trooper for Malak during the Jedi Civil War. He knows how to wage war. We had a contract with the Republic, doing some work in the Outer Rim. But they scaled back, and we were some of the casualties. Now the Republic isn't hiring anymore. I hear they have no credits.
The warrior returns. Getting tired of this planet yet? We've been planet-bound too long for my tastes. What do you want? You were a soldier too, so you know I'm not gonna answer you. I want to answer your question. Oh, my head. I don't know for sure. I hear rumors. I heard we got a secret job working with some powerful organization. No one tells me who. I know we're planning an attack soon, but I don't know against who. They aren't too far, though, because we're expecting to attack soon. I don't feel so...
I can't wait for those salvagers to ship off this planet. He's smelled them. Yarvik is dangerous. I get tired of clearing out the calf hounds from our perimeter. The planes are just full.
Alright, well, it's just a side quest anyways. It's not terribly important. It's mainly its feature.
Charanana gundo.
Okay.
Charanana gundoso remina che l'orak guru katpada. Fiadoratore pada no ringa tel camarada tel fibu nubu da bicarana cenirara.
Found him inside some broken droids.
Teriwana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rinto run kavrekare papanala ranchinga. Derace wemenoto torere senisensen. Der inturunto wakare kwe wap gerebu. Nenso telepachan korsada nane gra dall'onuta choloren. Teriwana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rinturun kavrekare papanala ranchinga. Derace wemenoto torere senisensen. Der inturunto wakare kwe wap gerebu. Nenso telepachan korsada nane gra dall'onuta choloren. Teriwana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rinturun kavrekare papanala ranchinga. Derace wemenoto torere senisensen. Der inturunto wakare kwe wap gerebu. Nenso telepachan korsada nane gra dall'onuta choloren. Charanana gundoso remina.
Papuilta, linda tuf, oisidan kelfa, van inukan kelfa. Tun tuf lava, fandibu kelfa, oisidan kelfa, van inukan kelfa. Papuilta. Rentundas, oisidan kelfa, papuilta. Tuftadan kelfa, oisidan kelfa. Sidan kelfa, van inukan kelfa. Linda tufta. Tuftadan kelfa, oisidan kelfa. Sidan kelfa, fandibu kelfa, papuilta. Linda tuf, oisidan kelfa, van inukan kelfa. Sidan kelfa, van inukan kelfa. Rentundas,
I really just want to get out of this. Oh, that's a force shield. That's not going to do what I need. Not necessarily a bad thing, but the ability to actually pick things is always a good thing.
been told to provide you with anything you need. We have to keep the news of the mercenaries' plans quiet for now to avoid panic.
I was right about you. You are trouble, but you might just be the right sort of trouble we need. The mercenaries aren't quick to mobilize, so you have time to do what you need. Or are you ready to finalize the defense plans?
I am ready.
You sure? Once we're done with that, there may not be any time left before the mercenaries attack.
I'm certain.
All right, then we got a lot to do.
Since you are here to bolster Kunda's defense, I will hurry to the mercenary camp and delay their assault however I can.
I imagine that the mercenaries have got two goals in this whole thing. Kill me and kill the administrator. The rest of the settlers won't have courage to resist if they succeed. The administrator's locked up in her office tight, which means that the mercs have to go through us and Kunda's defenses. Thanks to you, they're gonna have a tougher job. That's about it. Now we just need to dig in and wait for the mercs to come. Well, I'll tell them what's there to do. I'm not much for words. All right, I'll assemble the men. I hope you can speak good.
Sorry I didn't give you guys much chance to...
I don't have the words. That was really something. I think any one of them would take a blaster bolt for you now. Let's get ready for the mercenaries. If we fall here, all of Dantooine falls with us.
Well...
So you're the Jedi. I take it you are responsible for the surprises we've had during this battle. Stand aside. Our quarrel is with a distinguished administrator. This isn't your problem. Is that supposed to convince me, Jedi? I was trained by the Sith. My unit killed many Jedi. I'll give you one last chance. Leave the administrator to her fate. Then you've allied with these flaming settlers. The galaxy doesn't tolerate weakness. I was trained at Malak's academy. Your tricks won't work on me. You're just another dead Jedi to me.
Sorry I was held up, but it looks like I've arrived in time to pull you out of your predicament.
Kill them all.
Ah! so much for your aid. You can be sure that Dantooine will not forget how the Jedi protected us from this place. We are a humble community, and this conflict has greatly diminished our resources. I hope this reward will be sufficient. I am humbled by your generosity. I will put this to good use. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much work to do. Dantooine will be slow to rebuild, but I am confident now that we will one day achieve prosperity.
Kunda is safe in no small part due to you. I feel certain that the Administrator wouldn't have made it without your assistance. I may have misjudged you. In any case, I am free to talk about whatever you wish.
Oh, goody.
There are a few of us left, but I do not even know if the others still live. We may be the last. We've been forced to divide our forces and retreat to places which will be difficult for our enemies to detect and attack. We have chosen to hide our presences from each other, so that the discovery of one will not endanger the others.
It's a good strategy. The downside is communication.
We cannot. And we have resolved not to until we have found where the Sith are striking from. But even as our numbers thin, there is still no trace of them. We had hoped to outmaneuver them. By letting them believe themselves victorious, we thought they would become bold and step from the shadows. Then, all of us who remained vowed to meet here on Dantooine. From here, we can plan a course of action and carry the battle to them. But so far they remain in hiding, and Jedi continue to vanish and die. You have more questions for me?
Honestly, not really. Or than I could say that.
Have they? I've seen no evidence of them upon Dantooine. Only murderers and raiders. Why would they attack you? You are no Jedi. You cannot feel the Force.
Okay.
Perhaps it is Dantooine, but I do not feel such from you. I feel nothing but what I felt in the Council Judgment Chamber on Coruscant so long ago. Still, you and your connections were often a subject of debate in the Council. It is possible that returning to known space, journeying with others, has caused the Force to stir within you again. Though it seems unlikely the Sith would bother with you. For some reason, I believe you. Still, I am curious as to how they would know to find you. Your trial was not public knowledge. Regardless, these Sith have struck, and you survived. This is more knowledge than I had before. And that means the Jedi may gather. If you can find others, or find some trace of the Sith threat, then we shall gather here on Dantooine. And from there we may decide what can be done. Do you have more questions for me?
No, I think we're good.
I suppose there is something I should show you. It will keep you alive long enough to prove useful. I'm not sure if this lesson will be to your liking. This is Nieman, a lightsaber form of balance, which contradicts the recklessness that you have so often exhibited. Using this technique provides no particular strengths, but also lacks the weaknesses of some of the more aggressive forms. I don't know how you learned that so quickly. Still, your form is sloppy. Keep practicing to tighten it up and you'll be fine.
Alrighty. So we've got that complete. I think at this point I want to question is, do I want to actually do that, or do I want to do something else? Do improved coverage. Actually, that might be more useful too. Okay, we're gonna do that.
Yes? You may ask. It is not possible to dock at the Academy without the proper codes. Yes, but I could not give them to you.
Fair enough. To our ship. I think we might have an automated scene here. Yes. Or not.
Query: is there someone that you need killed, Master? Statement. Ah, you wish to conduct an interrogation? Very well, proceed. Statement. Very well, Master. Statement. Very well.
Alright, sorry for skipping over that. Just want to try and...
Query. Indeed, I was unaware that the navicomputer was locked. Statement. Yes, I heard it was voice printed. Most curious. Statement. I suppose so, Master, but I would need to know who voice locked it, and regrettably, I do not have that knowledge. It seems to me that we will have to accept the T3's astrogation abilities for the time being. It is a very loyal and dependable droid for its class. Statement. Theory. Well, Master, I believe I was shot repeatedly. Once reduced to my component parts, I suspect pieces of me were sold across the galaxy. Statement. I am an extremely valuable piece of equipment after all, Master. My parts were no doubt costly to obtain, and their new owners hesitant to part with them. Statement. Answer. Master, ironically enough, I seem to have developed a sudden bout of memory loss. I shall struggle to recall an answer to your question, but for now, it is sadly beyond my capabilities. Consolation. Besides, you are a fine master. Do not be worried about being rendered insignificant if I were to inadvertently compare to some silly old master I once possessed. Statement. Statement. Master, you wound me. Not physically, but in my behavior core. It is true that I once possessed many more protocols and upgrades. but time and damage has taken its toll. And I am afraid that I have a rather long history of memory problems, which has also compromised my effectiveness as well. Still, you will find me a valuable asset, Master, willing and able to terminate anything you point me towards. Statement. Statement. Ah, yes, them. Very well. Answer. Master, I do not know. The location of the factory churning out these copies eludes me. And I do not know where they would have obtained schematics of my design. They are built from my template. Of that I know for certain. Statement. Ah, yes. Query. Is the statement.
Okay, I wonder if we can actually break out place to end this. So thank you so much for watching.